नमस्कार, मैं हूं सत्संग और आज हमारे जो ब्लॉग में ख़ास शख्सियत से आपको आज मिलवाएंगे। जैसे मैं एक जर्नलिस्ट हूं, तो एक हमारे साथ डच डॉक्यूमेंट्री मेकर हैं जिनका नाम है रूबिन। तो जैसे हमारे देश में जो पत्रकार होते हैं उनके अपने सीरियस चैलेंजेस होते हैं और उनकी अपनी कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, कुछ प्रिविलेजेस होते हैं। तो इनके देश में क्या सिचुएशन है वो हम रूबिन से बात करेंगे। रूबिन वैसे पढ़ाई इन्होंने डॉक्टरी की भी कर रखी है, लेकिन और क्या क्या कर रखा है वो इन्हीं से जानते हैं। सर, वेलकम टू माय ब्लॉग।
Thank you so much.
सर, should I call you Rubin or Dr. Rubin?
You should call me Ruben.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor anymore.
But you have studied medicine.
I studied medicine, and I became a doctor.
From where?
University of Amsterdam. I'm from the Netherlands.
Okay, University of Amsterdam. That's in
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah, the capital of the Netherlands in Amsterdam.
Okay, sir. So, why did you switch to journalism? Because in my country, doctor earns a lot and he has a good reputation. Journalists comparatively do not enjoy that immunity and that privileges.
In my country, that's the same. So, actually, it was my dream and my ambition to get into documentary film before I became a doctor. So when I was 19, I traveled to China. I stayed for about 2 years, and I did documentary photography. But then I couldn't really find my place in that world, and I couldn't make a living of it. So I decided to study medicine and become a doctor instead. And then 10 years later, I got the chance to start making documentaries and go back to China. So
And what brought you to India?
So yeah, I've been involved in this field now for about 10 years. Slowly learning more, because I just started off as a presenter, something that I still do. And slowly I'm learning more and more about documentary making from the great people that I work with. And in the past 2 years, we've been working on a series about healthcare around the world. Part of that series is the episode that we've been working on with you as well, on cancer care and healthcare. Yeah, basically healthcare for cancer patients in the north of India, in Punjab, and in Acharya Tulsi Cancer Hospital.
Rajasthan.
Yeah, Bikaner.
Yeah, and I understand that this is your official assignment. You cannot disclose much things unless it is released. But still, can you share a bit of insight during your experience while working on this serious topic like cancer? A bit.
A little bit. Well, we wanted to do an episode on cancer. This is like, of course, an important topic anywhere in the world, right? And actually, what I've learned over, while working on this documentary series about healthcare, is that wherever you go, it doesn't really matter where in the world, you see that socio-economic differences or inequality is reflected in which people get sick, and also what kind of treatment they receive, the quality of the treatment. And then, the idea behind the series is also to see in different places in the world how socioeconomic and cultural aspects are reflected in healthcare. So to say, the healthcare system is like a mirror of society, right?
Exactly.
So also working on this series in Rajasthan and Punjab, actually I think that, definitely I could see that. And that's very interesting. And then personally for me, this episode, I find it a bit more tough comparatively than a couple of the other journeys I've made last year. And I think yeah, it was a bit more tough than the other episodes of the past year. I think that's just because of the fight that the patients are having with cancer, the battle. So it's tough for them, and sometimes you just have to look twice before you can see any hope, if there's any, of course. It's a serious theme. But then I was very inspired actually by some of the doctors that we've met. So yeah, that's I think the beautiful thing about this topic is that even though it's a very serious topic and people can be in dire circumstances, even then you can actually see the beauty of people, and some of them are really, I think they have such a great heart. So yeah, it's been definitely super interesting.
Yeah, being Indian and being witness to healthcare system, we understand. But you mentioned a very important thing, that there are some good doctors who are really working for the society, for the patients, especially from poor socio-economic backgrounds. So there is a ray of hope, you say.
Exactly, I think so. Yeah, there are some heroes around there.
Yeah, there are some heroes. And sir, the next question I want to ask is about the journalism career. So in my country, there is a website, Reporters Without Borders. So in that, we can see all around the world, the situation is more or less same of the journalism. They are being targeted, they are being persecuted, they are being, hounded for exposing the truth. So what is your experience, and which countries have you gone apart from the Netherlands where you belong, and to India you are here? So what is your experience on this topic?
I've worked a lot in China, so definitely there's not much freedom of press, as you know. And then in the past year I visited quite a few countries, most of them quite short, like 2 weeks. For example, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. I think definitely in Tajikistan it's very difficult to be a journalist. Actually, most countries these days, it seems to be getting more tough actually. So there's more restrictions. Yeah, in China as well, it's more and more repressive, I would say. So definitely the challenges that you face here as a journalist in India are also there in many other countries.
Yeah, one of your popular series available on VPRO, that is Chinese Dream. And after watching that, I was wondering, how could you get into that, and how could you how could they allow you? Because what we hear, China do not allow foreign journalists to come and to witness at such a. But how could you manage that? How was your experience, especially in China, and working on that series?
I started making those documentary series in China back in 2015. So that was back then it was still a bit easier than right now, and slowly it became harder, I would say. Then definitely I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have gotten the access without the producer I've been working with in Beijing. And the European-Chinese relationship is also very important for China itself, for trade. And I think also the Chinese authorities, they're aware of that. And they do know that human rights are a big topic, an important issue for Europe and for the country I live in, the Netherlands, which is a liberal democracy. So I think it was definitely difficult, but not impossible to get in.
But your documentary was awarded also by the Chinese government. How could that become possible? Because they do not like.
Actually, yeah. The ambassador of China in the Netherlands, he liked the work a lot, and he also understood that some of it is critical. Could be some criticism in the documentary about policy or about policy of Chinese authorities, the issues that China is facing or the Chinese people are facing. Definitely it could never be aired in China itself. That won't happen. The authorities won't allow that. But still they could, actually they were happy with the attention that China received and with the fact that so many people in the West, in the Netherlands and Belgium and France and Germany, were watching the series and got enthusiastic about China and the Chinese culture to understand more of China.
And one thing that like I have been with you for last couple of days, I observed that the manner you approach the issue, you talk to the subject, you talk like you are one of them. You are so friendly. In my country, the newsmen, the presenter, they shout at the subject. You might be knowing. So what do you say about the journalism kind of practice in my country and the way you do?
I feel that you give me too much compliments, but actually I think the way that we tell the stories is a bit unconventional. We don't make news, right? We try to report or tell like the bigger themes and developments. Anywhere we go, through focusing on very personal stories. They're like the symbol of the larger story that's going on. So basically the meeting between me, because that's between me and the subject, the person that we meet, that we talk to. It's just a way to reflect the larger story or the larger issue. And I think that by approaching people in I would say a harmless way, and very simple, and as equal as possible, people will feel at ease. It will be more, it will be more easy for them to share what's alive in them.
Yeah, and according to what are the biggest challenges for a journalist or those who want to pursue their career in journalism? What are the biggest challenges for them in present scenario throughout the world?
It's difficult for me to say. I feel I've been lucky to have, to be in the spot where I am right now. I think I've been lucky. People that believed in me, and I started working in China at the right moment, and I became a success. That's why I'm still around. I definitely don't think it's a very easy environment to work in and to fight for your place. And then, what we discussed just now, I feel that wherever we work these days, whatever country, it seems to be getting more difficult actually. That's why I was very surprised that in India people are very open and helpful and willing to talk. And that's really much more than in any country I've been working in the past year. And that's been many. So over 10 countries I think I've visited and worked in. It's not easy, but it's important to tell stories that are unknown and to stand up for people that are less well off than we are, I would say.
And what you have to say to those students who might be listening to this interview, those who want to come in this journalism career, what are the opportunities for them?
The opportunities, I think, I would say that people will always want to know and to learn about the world and to understand better what's going on. Because I think in the end it's important that we connect with each other, cross-cultural, I would say, and also that there's a big responsibility for journalists to control those who are in power. That's what the world needs, because we don't live in a fair place. And we shouldn't give up until that's...
And do you know the name name of any journalist in India? Any popular journalist? Any big journalist?
I don't know many Indian journalists. I
So
have to
one or
admit.
two?
I do not know. Maybe you should. tell
Any
me.
journalist? Maybe they are not good enough, or maybe you are from different part of the globe. There could be several reasons.
I do know about the photographer who passed away in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Danish Siddiqui.
Yeah, Danish Siddiqui. That's because I was also active as a photojournalist for a while in Afghanistan. So I followed his work. Yeah, that's very sad. It also shows that
Yeah.
it's not a profession without risk.
Yes. And how many languages do you know?
Dutch, English, Chinese. Yeah, some German, some French.
And it is said that
Some Italian.
to learn Mandarin is not easy. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Is it so?
Mandarin is not the easy language. No, it's a tonal language, and you got to memorize lots of characters, Chinese characters. It's not easy, but it's not impossible for sure. It just takes practice and time, and it's a big country. It's an important language, and it will be in the future because
Yeah.
China is rising, just like India is. So that's going to be definitely an interesting future for the world and for Asia.
I'm asking a different question. You may like to skip this. In India, we think that Chinese do not like Indians. You had been to China. Is it so? Did you?
Yeah, I think Chinese people that have a strong sense of, strong idea that they are very special. Chinese people, Chinese culture, absolutely. They feel they're one of a kind, and maybe they are. And then they are nationalistic. They are proud people, and they want to grow. I'm not sure whether they really want to rule the world. Maybe the Communist Party says so, but I feel that most people anywhere want the same. That's just prosperity, safety, and health. And that's that's for Chinese people. That's what Indian people want, right? And also people in Europe, anyway. So I don't view them as such a threat.
Right. And sir, about this documentary that you are here in India for, so when it is going to release, and if people want to see whenever it is released, where would it be aired and all?
Yeah, we need definitely some months to work on it for the editing. It's not just this episode, but it's part of a larger series of 7 episodes on healthcare around the world, around the globe. It will probably be aired full 2023 on Dutch and Belgian national television, and then after that will also find its place on YouTube. So it will take a while, but definitely it will be released.
I had heard from someone from your team that you are one of the most sought after son-in-law. Like somebody said, I don't know. So, is it so?
I don't know. How can I answer that question? But I'm happy. Yeah.
You're married?
I'm not married.
Okay, not married.
I'm not married.
In process.
Maybe one day. That would be great.
That will be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thank you,
talking
sir.
to us, for your
So-
time, for everything. If you want to say something about the experience working with me, if you have something positive to say, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Sat. It was great working with you. You were extremely helpful. I think you gave everything. You also became a translator. this
Yeah, this is new discovery this week.
week, and you've done a great job fixing.
Yeah.
And you are very patient because our way of working is also that we change plan
Yeah.
quite often, as you know.
Yes, yes.
So you have to be flexible. And there were long days.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but we made it. So I'm very proud, and I'm happy to given the chance to work with you.
Yeah, same here, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
एक फोटो पे ले लो इसमें